Greetings from Washington, D.C., the March for Our Lives. I'm David Wright with ABC News. As you can see here in Washington, this is the main event of a worldwide gathering. And in D.C., as you can see, it's not so much of a march, more of a gathering. People are gathered by the tens of thousands along Pennsylvania Avenue. And just to orient you, down that way, about 2 blocks, is the U.S. Capitol. Up that way is the White House. We're told that the crowd extends all the way to 12th Street. If it gets up to 16th Street, they go by numbers here, that means it'll be on the doorstep of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the White House. This crowd is from all across the country, people of all races, and people who feel passionately about the need to control gun violence, to stop gun violence, period. Ryan Scoggins is here from New Jersey. How old are you, Ryan?
I'm 15.
And what brought you here today? Why did you feel it's important to be here?
Because gun violence is a problem. I shouldn't go to school and expect to be shot. I shouldn't go there and not feel safe. There's a real problem in our country, and we can start by we can take steps to fix that, and no one is. The politicians are ignoring it, and that can't happen.
What steps would you like to see taken?
I would like to see AR-15s banned. We don't need them.
AR-15s, as you may know, are these assault-style weapons that have been used to deadly effect in shootings from Las Vegas to the most recent shooting in Parkland. What else? You want to see an assault weapons ban?
I want to see reform on the guns we already have. The 300 million guns we have around here, we need to do something about that. And I think we need to help people with mental health issues who do this stuff, people who need help. We need to give them help.
Now, there are many people on the other side of this issue who say we have a Second Amendment guaranteeing people the right to bear arms, and they say it's unfair to abridge that right. What would you say to them?
I think it would be unfair. I think it's unfair that kids and adults go into school every day and get shot weekly. There's one every week. If your right is getting in the way of someone else's, it shouldn't be a thing. The Second Amendment is up to interpretation, and there are a lot of different ways to interpret it. I think that we need to interpret it way better than we already are. We need to make it a lot more carefully interpreted.
What do you hope comes out of an event like today? What do you hope the message that lawmakers hear?
I hope they see that we're not alone. We're not a small group of people. We're a very large group of people who demand change. There are so many different things they can do, but they aren't doing it, and it is so unfair to everyone. Parkland was an example of a terrible event. There are hundreds more. It's ridiculous that they haven't done anything. It's ridiculous.
Tell me what your sign says here. It says, change is necessary. Hope is all we have. People here have hand-lettered signs that they have brought. We've seen some creative examples, including one child who had a sign that said, the kids are coming to the rescue. He had a picture that he drew himself of Dash, one of the characters from The Incredibles. We also have people that are wearing special gloves. You remember at the big march, the Women's March last year, people wore what they called pussy hats. Today, this is the new version of that. Can you explain to me what this is?
Sure. These mittens were designed by the same knitter who designed the pussy hat for the Women's March last year. These are evil eye mittens. We stand with you, students. We are watching you, senators. We see you. We want to see change.
You were telling me that the message about these mittens has been spreading on social media. For people that are interested in finding them, where would they find them?
You can get a free pattern at Ravelry, or you can just Google evil eye mittens, and they're pretty quick to make, and they're an effective statement.
So you knit this yourself?
I knit it.
I'm very impressed. How about you? She did all of you? Yeah. Did
Just
you
the
knit that?
beneficiary of her abilities. Right.
There's a bit of a festive atmosphere here. People here feel passionately about this issue. They're distraught about the level of gun violence in this country, but they're also here gathered with a message of hope. They feel that the more people come out and show their support for this message, the more lawmakers are liable to hear the message. Many of the lawmakers at the U.S. Capitol accept money from the National Rifle Association and other groups associated with the gun lobby. And this group here wants to send a message in particular to them that they take that money at a price and they will hold them accountable at the ballot box. As we say, do you have some thoughts that you want to contribute here?
Young people, please vote. Young people, go out and vote. That's the answer.
And it has to be said that a lot of these people, a lot of the young people who were kind of the instigators of this rally are too young to vote now, but they're coming of age. They have come of age now at a time since Columbine, the entire period of time that they've been growing up. They've become inured to mass shootings taking place at high schools and daily or weekly drills that have to take place to duck and cover from an active shooter. This is a world that they don't want to see continue. And they say that when they are old enough to vote, they want to exercise that vote in order to enact change. So that's the situation here in Washington, Pennsylvania Avenue, chock full of people. Why don't we just pause for a second? You can give a listen and get a sense for the crowd. Maybe we'll turn the camera and you can see the huge crowd assembled here.
We organize high school students to develop their leadership skills in order to push for educational justice in our communities. That's why I got involved. I wanted to impact policies and make sure our voices are heard.
We've seen young and old here, black and white. We saw a group of Mennonites, they appeared to be, in long flowing dresses and bonnets, joining this message to end school violence. And we've seen people from as young as 4 years old and as old as 80. We met a woman, 52 years old, from Newtown, Connecticut. She's a mother. Her kids went to Sandy Hook Elementary School. They were thankfully in high school, but she got that phone call the day that the shooter went on a rampage inside Sandy Hook Elementary School. They knew people who died, and for her, this issue is personal. For others here, they are sick of watching news story after news story that shows disastrous and deadly gun violence in American schools. They wanted to stop. Of course, there's a loud voice on the other side, but these folks are gathered together, hoping that together they can make their voice heard. David Wright, ABC News on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.